If you don't like your life or some aspect of it, why don't you change? The reality is all winners quit. Is it going to give you what you fight for? Or is it going to give you what you accept? And the answer is yes. It's going to give you what you fight for, or it's going to give you what you accept. If you don't like your life or some aspect of it, why don't you change it? Like, why don't people change their life? Why do people do something that they clearly hate doing and then decide, well, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life? To me, that does not make sense. I remember the first job I got when I was in college, and I needed a job bad because I didn't have enough. My car was broken down. I had this apartment. I had to pay rent. I'm like on my own. I'm 900 miles from my parents. And I'm like, what am I going to do? I need a job. So my friend got me a job. And my friend was way bigger than me. He was probably 225 pounds then. And 6'2", and strong as an ox. And he got a job here. So he said, I'm going to see if I can get Myron a job here. Because he was like literally my best friend. And so he got me a job pulling sorghum on a sorghum farm in Lowell, Indiana in July. I literally thought I was going to, 5 minutes in, I knew it was a bad idea. This is not good. This is not good. You are not going to live through this day, bro. Like, it's hot. There's like eternal sorghum in this field. You're never going to pull it all. And I pulled sorghum for 8 hours. And I prayed and prayed and prayed, dear God, just let me live through this day. And I promise I will not tempt you by coming back here tomorrow. And I went to the boss when I got back to the barn, and I said, thank you for this job. I really appreciate it. But I want you to know, even if you have to keep my money, I will not be back here tomorrow. Now, some people would say, that's crazy, but you needed a job. You didn't have any money. You probably didn't have much food in your refrigerator. Your car was broken down. Why would you quit the only job you had? Because I knew it was not what I was meant to do. God did not put me on this earth to be a farmer, and I didn't want to waste another day pulling sorghum. And I could have just said, well, this is the only job I can find. I could have said, $8 an hour in 1980 is good money. I could have said, all I got to do is show up and walk down these aisles and pull the sorghum and lay it on the ground. But when something isn't working, sometimes quitting is the best option. And I know. People say quitters never win and winners never quit. That's what I call a truism that isn't true. The reality is all winners quit. That's why they're winners. They quit doing stuff that don't add to their winning. They quit doing stuff that doesn't make them more of a winner. And I am here to tell you, unless you start figuring out what in your life doesn't fit in your purpose and let go of some of it, you are going to be miserable your whole life, and you don't have to be. I want to encourage all of you watching me on YouTube right now, all of you in this room right now, you can change your life. And as I said earlier, not on this video, but in this room today, if the part that's missing in your life getting better is not God's part. If God's already done his part, if you do your part, your life's going to get better. He made you for your life to get better. The very first thing he ever said to man was, be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, subdue it, and have dominion. That means human beings, God commanded them when he talked to them the first time, which means this is one of the most important things he's ever going to say to a human being. The first thing he said was, your life is supposed to be progressively productive. Your life is supposed to be producing more tomorrow than it did yesterday, next week than it did last week, next month than it did last month. Our lives, we were created to be becoming better. Why? Because we are made of flesh and blood, and our spirit lives in this flesh suit. And the flesh and blood part of us is not perfect. It's not that it's not perfect, it's not infinite in its ability, which means it always has potential to grow. Spirit is complete. Now, if you're separated from God because you don't know Jesus, then your spirit is not complete, okay? So I want to make sure we understand. You may disagree with me. You're entitled to do that. But when you make your video, say it how you say it. Okay. But the spirit part of you is the big part of you. The flesh part of you is the little part of you. The spirit part of you is the capable part of you. It's the part with all the potential. It's the part that has not potential, capacity, maximum capacity, which means that the physical part of you will never max out the spiritual part of you. Like there's always growth to be had regardless of how much you've already grown. And so I used to be a part of a financial services company when I first got started in financial services back in 1985. And Art Williams was the guy who started this company, A.L. Williams. And one of the things he used to say, he said, life will give you what you'll fight for, life will give you what you'll accept. And I'm thinking, what is he talking about? Why, is it going to give you what you fight for, or is it going to give you what you accept? And the answer is yes. It's going to give you what you fight for, or it's going to give you what you accept. And see, if you're unwilling to fight for it, that means you're willing to accept it. And if you're unwilling to accept it, that means you're willing to fight for it. And see, some people don't like the word fight. Now, I'm a very peace-loving person. I love people. I love peace. I'm not violent at all. I lamented. I did it, and it's all I could think of to do because I was in a hurry and I was late. And YouTube, forgive me. But I thought there was a bug in my bedroom last night, and I attempted to kill it because I don't want it in my bedroom. And then I couldn't find it. I'm like, okay, well, it's gone. Whatever it was, it's gone. But this morning, I picked up my shoe, and this little lizard runs out. It wasn't a bug. It was a lizard. I'm like, we got, only in Florida, do you have lizards in your bedroom? I don't even want to think about the ramifications of that. I don't want to think about what else could have been in my bedroom that's also reptilian, right? And so I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to kill this lizard, but I can't leave it in my bedroom because if I leave it in my bedroom, when my wife gets back in town, I'm going to have a lizard in my bedroom. And if she sees it, she's not going to freak out, but she's going to want me to find it. And I'm not going to pick up a lizard. I used to pick them up but I'm not picking up a lizard. I know some of y'all are thinking, why not? Because that brother man don't pick up lizards. So I'm like, I was so sad, but I got to kill this lizard. Otherwise, it's going to be here haunting me. I'm going to be haunted by a little lizard. And I was sad that I had to kill it. I killed it. I did. I'm sorry. All the lizard lovers in the world. I didn't want to kill it. But this lizard got to go, and I don't have time to chase it around and try to catch it and get it. Anyway. Life will give you what you'll fight for, accept, or life will give you what you'll fight for. And that lizard was probably not the best illustration of that, but I remember. I know it seems like I don't really feel badly about killing a lizard, but I really do. Because I don't want to kill anything. But I don't like to fight, but I don't mind, right? And I don't ever want to get in a fight with you, with anybody. But if I do, be prepared. That's all I'm going to say. Be prepared. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun for either one of us. But it's really not going to be fun for you. Why? Because my parents told us, do not run from a fight. My mom and my dad, I can remember both of them quoting, I don't know if you remember this or not, Rob, but I can remember this coming out of their mouth more times than once. I ain't raising no punk. Now, some of y'all may not like that language. But when my mom, who was 5'5" or 5'4" or 5'2", I don't know, she was shorter than me. When she said I ain't raising no punk, she wasn't shorter than me when she said that. But you get a whooping out there, you're going to get another when you come home. Now, I wouldn't parent like that. What, do you, boo, and let your child turn out like they turn out? But we turned out not to run from, not to hide from, not to back down from a fight. Now, I ain't going to start a fight. But, I will finish one. And so, what's going to happen in your life when the circumstances of your life are the opposing enemy? And they are threatening the experiential nature of you and your family. Are you going to capitulate and hide? Well, are you going to stand up and fight tooth and nail to produce the outcome you desire? Because whichever one of those you decide to do, that's which one you're going to get. Because life will give you what you'll accept, or life will give you what you fight for.
In this captivating clip of Myron Goldman's Fight for It or Forget About It, he delves into the mindset required to succeed. Goldman emphasizes that to achieve anything worthwhile, you must commit to fighting for it with relentless determination. He explains that success isn't about dabbling or treating goals as optional. It's about fully investing yourself and treating your goals as non-negotiable. Goldman talks about the importance of clarity in what you want. If you are not prepared to make sacrifices or go beyond your comfort zone, then you might as well forget about it. His message is blunt but empowering. When you take full responsibility for your success, your entire approach to achieving it changes. His philosophy reflects a tough love approach, pushing viewers to assess whether they're genuinely committed to their goals or just wishfully hoping they'll happen on their own. This video made me reflect on the goals I say are important to me. It reminded me that if I'm not fully committed, the results will reflect that lack of commitment. Goldman's words pushed me to ask myself, am I fighting hard enough for what I want, or am I holding back? His message encouraged me to take a more honest look at my effort levels and the sacrifices I am willing to make to accomplish my goals. Here are some steps you can take to do the same. Step 1. Set clear goals. Decide exactly what you want and write it down. Step 2. Evaluate commitment. Honestly assess whether you're ready to fight for it. Step 3. Plan sacrifices. Determine what you will give up or change to achieve this goal. Step 4. Take consistent action. Make a specific action plan and commit to it daily. And step 5. Review progress regularly. Track your progress and adjust as necessary. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like. Comment down the parts of the clip that resonated with you the most. Share with someone you know would benefit from this video, and subscribe for more breakdowns like this one. See you next time.